certainly get that award. And so it's no more about share of market, it's about share of wallet. So when I reach into that pocket and I have $200, $300, is it going to be an iPhone, an iPod, or something like that? Or is it going to be maybe a new pair of shoes, new pair of boots? Or is it going to be a new golf clubs, golf accessories, golf shirt, whatever? That's what the consumer is doing today. They're making those kinds of choices. So think about the share of wallet that you're getting of your customer, not necessarily the share of market. So what do customers want? You understand Sigmund Freud over 140 years ago said, what do women want? And he went to his grave not knowing that. But we're going to now take a shot at what consumers want, and these are the trends that I'm going to take you through over the next half hour or so. And it's going to be around these 10 trends, and again, you get a piece of homework. I'll take you through the first piece, but the rest of it is homework for you when you get back. The new business mindset out there, and one trend we're really seeing is what we call genuinely nice. Customers are looking for businesses that are nice. Ordinarily, I run a deck before a presentation. Some of you have seen it before. It's called Consider. You can download it off my website. But in my favorite slide in Consider is a quote, and the quote is, there are three things that are important in life. The first is to be kind, the second is to be kind, and the third is to be kind. And my suspicion is today that all too often we don't make any one of those three. And I think people are really starting to say, hey, I've had enough of partisanship, I've had enough of the rancor, I've had, I want people to be nice. And so you look at a company, again, I come back to the Container Store. And the amazing, amazing thing about the Container Store, listen to Kip, maximize return for the shareholders? Well, no, we don't even put the customer first. Now, we love our customers, but we put our employees first. And they do. And he knows, they know, and you can get all this off of the Gymboree, I'll talk about them in a second, off of Container Store website. They know if they've got employees that are well educated and valued and really supported by the company, sure enough, they turn around and do the same thing for customers. And so when you go into the Container Store and you get just amazed by the product knowledge of an associate, and then you go up to the cashier to pay for it, and he or she continues to add on product because they've got as much product knowledge as the person who sold you the product. It's amazing. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. They love their product. Google. You may or may not know this, but at Google, they give all of their engineers, and that's most of their employees, 20%, 1 day a week to work on whatever they want. It's kind of like, it's a sabbatical 1 day a week. You can spend 20% of your time just working on something you think is cool. And almost all the great Google innovations have come out of that 20% time. And it's amazing when you unleash people's potential and you make it really fun to go to work and people are excited about going to work. I have a little psychological thing, by the way. I'll share this with you. Whenever I go to a company, whenever I go to any place, parking spaces, you can either back into a parking space or pull in. Not very scientific, but let me tell you, almost always works for me. Whenever I see organizations where people have backed into their parking spaces, what do you think that tells you about the organization? They can't wait to get the hell out of there. And when you see organizations and places where people pull into their parking space, they can't wait to get to work. Small little psychological thing. Huh? Yeah, for church too. Believe me, it really counts at church. Absolutely, absolutely. And again, one of my favorites, a lot of you know this, at Zappos they have the conversation, they call it the conversation with you, basically 3 to 4 weeks after you've joined Zappos, where they pull you aside and they offer you $2,000 to leave that day. $2,000 to quit. And about 6-7% of the people take them up on that. But they know the people that stick around want to be there. And Zappos is absolutely also crazy about, they say, look, we don't care if you're like a shoe fashionista or you love shoes or whatever. We can teach you shoes. What we care about is, do you love people? Do you love really blowing away and amazing people? If you do, this is the place for you. because we will let you do this. I mean, they're amazing. My wife bought a pair of shoes from one time, and she returned them like 2 days later. They wrote her an apology note that she didn't like the shoes that they sent her. I mean, it was absolutely, you know, she's Italian. She was stunned that she could even return it. But then to get a thank you note absolutely, absolutely amazed her. And then this guy, I tell you, Matthew McCauley, I met him about maybe 6 months ago. He's a kid. He's a kid. Well, actually, he's 37 now, but when he took over Gymboree, he was about 26 or 27. And he, you know, he comes to the meeting wearing flip-flops and a T-shirt, and he's just an amazing, he wasn't wearing a suit like there. Amazing, amazing guy. And he said, you know, Jim, I said, well, we really want, because we're about kids. We are a store that sells to kids and sells to moms. And so we're really about fun. We're about like having fun in the store and having fun with mom and the kids, and that's what youth is all about. And he said, you know, all of our people got to buy into that too. We want genuinely nice people. And you know something else? Because we're so high performance, we want smart people too. And they are not mutually exclusive. He said, I have spent the last 7 to 8 years firing a lot of really, really nice people that weren't smart. And he said, and I've also fired a lot of really smart people who weren't nice. You got to have both. You got to have both. And so that's the lesson, genuinely nice. So this is your homework slide. You'll see this at the end of all 10 of these. How are you going to embrace and capitalize on the new business mindset? What change is needed in your company to be seen and known for your genuinely nice approach? How are you going to let consumers know that you are not this money-grubbing company, but you have corporate values and you really do care about people? And let that nice component of you out. And how is it going to result in an enhanced customer experience? Homework, talk about with your team. Most generous. Greed is out, generosity is in. And it's not just about Haiti, it's about all kinds of different opportunities to give back